Welcome back to another Hatoful boyfriend.
Welcome.
Or hurtful boyfriend, I guess. You're back with Sidney.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's prove it. Alright.
Yeah.
Hiyoko was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuya said that no one came and nothing happened. They're lying.
Fourth class, it. What?
Fifth class.
And a broken egg.
You are different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them, crawling in the blood. There is no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father.
Damn.
2. Japan? Yes. You'll be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamin is in residence at the institution you will be attending. He is a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Uncle saw Hiyoko going into the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. Yuya has been helping us all this time, and I don't want to suspect him, but he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Yuya be covering for the doctor?
We don't know for sure. The manga could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwami.
It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they're working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this.
I'm aware.
I want to go confront them now, but with only Engel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue, which means we need to search the infirmary.
Do you intend to go without asking?
Yeah. The more stealthily we do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us, for sure.
Understood. I will go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary.
Thank you, Sakuya.
A moment, gentlemen.
Mr. Llewellyn.
I have something for you. Sorry for being late. I was somewhat delayed.
What are these?
The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school, and is as bright and massive as its owner. The other is a shotgun. Stun gun, sorry. I want to say shotgun. Let's kill some people. If you need to protect yourself, use it. You will have more use for those than I, Kawara. Hold on to them.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Leon. Maybe I should write in the notes before I go to the infirmary.
Oh, yeah.
The hour of judgment has come!
You cannot use the Dark Tree's powers here! Return to the void! Wallenstein!
Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing. Being slandered by Mr. Higure, as you can see. Please, stop breaking school property. Mr. Higure.
I have returned from Judeka to defeat you! As long as you live, Calamitius, Sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair!
When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them. Please, that isn't funny. Yes, come on, Higure. Let's go back to the gym, alright?
No! Stop! Do not throw me out like some wretched doll!
I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth. Megalomania? Whatever do you mean? Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards, he lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it's genetic. There would be no helping it then, would there? He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part dangerous part is his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy. Though I seem to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet to find a use for him, the whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time. Did you say something just now, Doctor? Nothing. Nothing at all.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, Shirogane. What's going on? Where did Kawara go?
He is investigating another area at the moment.
Only Dr. Iwami and Nanaki here now.
Isn't Sakazaki here?
I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with a scarecrow on the loose.
Not brave, just imprudent. Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I wanted to occupy both of them if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect me yet. Just the doctor should be enough. Dr. Iwami, I came here to ask your opinion of something.
My opinion? I fear I will not be of much use to you there.
My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to this doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well all the same. It says I'm not telling you anything.
Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. A pity.
I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is belligerence, sir. It is nonsense. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think that you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It is an honor to be so praised by the heir of the LaBelle family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the LaBelle family to continue on even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I'm afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we, the LaBelle family, will never forget. Ho ho ho! How wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect? Of course. The family head must always be honored. It would seem that you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his, almost like the foundation of your very existence.
I would rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. Ho ho ho. Locked. Has it been locked ever since the alarm this morning? The doctor went straight to the lab to begin the autopsy, and I think he's been with somebody else ever since. Let's see. Maybe that massive thing Mr. Leon gave me will do the trick. Yes! This room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in the dim light. I need to look for evidence that Hyoko was in here, quickly. But where do I start? The longer I spend poking around in corners, the bigger the risk that I'll get caught. I need to remember, I've been in here a lot, every time I got sick. Where would the doctor hide something he didn't want anyone else to see? Didn't he forbid even his assistants from touching his desk? It would seem he keeps his drawers locked tight. You're up, massive thing. Inside are medical records? He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up, though I never really thought of him as the respectful type. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4 files. The names are Kawaru Ryota, Tosaka Hyoko, Fujishiro Nageki, and Shirogane Sakuya. What? I'm not surprised to see a file on me in here, but Hyoko and Sakuya never had any reason to be in here, and Fujishiro Nageki. Looking closely, Nageki's folder says St. Pigeon Nation's Medical Center on the side, while the others don't. And the date is from 5 years ago. Did he take this from the medical center? Since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. Are the other 3 records from physical exams? They're full of strange symbols and numbers, and I'm not sure what they mean. Huh? Sakuya's has a second piece of paper in it. It looks like some sort of memo or... Ack! A sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. I can't move. I fall, unconscious. Erg. Where am I? I feel dizzy. That's right. I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. The medical records are gone. Somebody took them? I managed to get knocked out even with the stun gun Mr. Leon gave me. Darn it. I don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. Arg! Darn it! Why did I let myself get taken from behind like that?
I'm sorry. Continue.
I had our records. Even with those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been the criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything, but maybe they missed a clue in here somewhere. Huh? I hadn't noticed earlier, but there's a card under the desk. In a corner, I wouldn't have seen it if I weren't on the floor. This is Hyoko's student ID. There's blood on the corner, so it wasn't dropped here by accident before she was killed. It must have happened in here.
Uh-oh.
It looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed, but for some reason, I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true, like I'm being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he could avoid casting so much doubt on himself. Just what is he after anyway? But I'm not worried about who is doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Hyoko. I need to talk with Sakuya.
So you think it would take a fair amount of time to cut a human up like this and distribute them in boxes, Doctor?
Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed this morning, it would involve a good deal of physical labor. Oh, Sakuya?
You again.
Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk.
Very well.
Mr. Shirogane.
Yes, Doctor?
Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself
even with the knowledge and tools of a physician?
Even so, I'm not particularly healthy person. Not a healthy person? The doctor is slightly impaired down his right side, you know. He is? I never knew. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, although it rarely possesses problems in daily life. A human corpse is heavy. It seems like a bit much to go dragging around with one wing, don't you think? Yes, that's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records. It is? I see. Thanks. I'll remember that. I tell Sakuya about what I found in the infirmary as we head to the maintenance office.
Meaning Fujishiro Nageki's records and the doctor have something to do with the medical center.
I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why you, me, and Hiyoko all together? Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here or anything?
Not once. Nobility knows no illness.
Yeah, I've never seen him sick, and he always seems pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury. Kind of a bad thing to find out now.
Bad? Because it's an inconvenient to your theory? We must remain just... No harm can ever come from learning more of the truth.
I guess so. Maybe it's because he's not very active, or because he never leaves the infirmary. But I guess I've never really had a chance to notice his disability. If he couldn't have done it alone, it makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Yuya.
Blasted mongrel. No good can ever come from his presence. He merely confuses the issue. Salutations! What are you gossiping about me?
Yuya!
What a pickle. I guess I'm the topic of choice among the boys as well as the girls now. Not that I mind. Don't let it get to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you.
That's right, Yuya. From your point of view, we were subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips.
You're very frank, Ryota. Nothing wrong with that. What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass, dropped by an unkind lover.
It should be obvious what we were talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. I doubt his heart is made of glass, though. Used tires, maybe. Something that is completely impervious to abuse.
Your unsolicited presence saves us the trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met Tosaka in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her? So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence.
We found her ID, stained with blood, in the infirmary.
You are duty-bound to answer, what did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do? Well, I can't tell you anything, sorry. You can't say anything at all. Cease this foolishness. You know something, don't you? Do not attempt to dodge the...
Great, the scarecrow.
What?
Yeah. Run, you two!
Such terrible timing. Nobody likes a man who can't read the atmosphere, Mr. Scarecrow. Is this the time for jokes? Run, go! Ryota seems to have left us in the dust. Maybe we should hurry up a little. Well, it doesn't seem like it's noticed us. I guess it's not too keen on chasing people. Or idle flirtations sicken me. Filthy mongrel. Shh! Do you want it to hear us? How about this? I'll go first and lure Mr. Beanpole Man toward the cafeteria. You head for the maintenance room while it's distracted, okay? You plan to act as a decoy. Don't think this will stop me from suspecting you. I wasn't asking you to. I've been your ally until now, why stop now? Our ally? Anyway, run for it as soon as we're out of sight. Adieu. Talking to myself, man.
We should end the episode there.
Awesome. Yeah.
Still not sure what's going on, but
I have no idea.
we will eventually find out, I'm sure.
Eventually.
So we will see you in the next one.
Bye bye, people.
Goodbye.